Here we are on the 20th day of Spooky Month. Wow, we're getting reasonably close to the end of the month now. And today's prompt is rivals. What are two Halloween monsters known to engage in a fierce rivalry? That's right, vampires and werewolves. But rather than fight it out, these two have challenged one another to a race. First across the finish line is the supreme being of the night. And I think the vampire might be regretting issuing the challenge now as he huffs and puffs his way to last place. I get the impression the werewolf isn't even taking it all that seriously and is just having a blast racing towards the finish line, making use of his four-pawed drive. Does that count as cheating though? If not, maybe Vamps here should have utilized his bat form to cut swiftly through the air and avoid all the hills and bumps in the road. But at least he's staying hydrated with his beverage of choice. By the look of it, he swiped it from a local blood bank. The race, needless to say, takes place at night, as neither of them, least of all the vampire, could race during the day. The only way he'd win then would be if his ashes were blown by a strong wind all the way to the finish line. My favorite thing to paint with this one was the werewolf's expression, one of sheer wild joy, like a dog who's just spotted a squirrel at the far end of the garden. For his pose, I looked at Wolves running and then changed it up to allow for his half-human, half-wolf physique. At least this werewolf, unlike my previous werewolves, has actually bothered to wear pants. If you're going to be stuck in second place, better not to have a werewolf mooning you the whole time. For the background, I'm realizing as I look at it that it's somewhat similar in shape and style to something I painted for last year's Spooky Month, only minus the banner and with a checkered line to mark the finish line. That time it was a group of the undead vying for victory. 2 zombies and a pumpkin-headed huntsman who had each rolled their heads down towards the finish line to see who would claim victory. I remember the hardest challenge with that one was getting the heads to actually look like they were in motion, particularly the pumpkin head in the lead. It took me a few tries to get that blur looking right. I'll leave a link to it in case anyone's curious. But enough of that trip down memory lane. Looks like we're done. I have a Discord for folks to chat and share their art, and I have a Ko-Fi if you'd like to support what I do. And if you're looking for more art, the YouTube algorithm thinks you might like this video. Check it out and see what you think. Catch you in the next one!